Okay, so I'm gonna share my blow dry routine with you guys. So you see, this is my hair in its natural curly state. So for those that be like, oh my gosh, she straightens her hair all the time. You see this? This is a result of using our heat protectant. I use this sometimes with my conditioning treatment, or I apply it right before I blow dry. So you can see, nice, curly, thick, shiny. Y'all see that? I know this is kind of straight, but that's because this is like some old hair. I haven't trimmed my bangs in a long time, but everything else has been trimmed. See that? Nice curls, thick, full. Yep. So we're gonna take you through my blow dry process, because I've been sharing that it takes me a long time because I take my time. I dry my hair on a very low heat, and I do section by section, so I don't just go all over it. I'm gonna show you guys my blow dry routine. Okay, so before we get started, I'm gonna give you all of the tools that I use before we get started with the blow dry. So I have a wide tooth comb. I had this comb for so long, y'all. I love it. It's amazing. Detangles your hair really good. I have 2 of these really good clips. I don't like using rubber bands. I know some people use rubber bands because it gets tangled, but with these, it makes it really easy to like just clamp it, roll it, twist it up, clamp it, and then work on the section that you're working on. So I have 2 of these. You guys can see that. I love a good paddle brush. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It helps detangle your hair really good, and it really is easy for the air to flow through with the blow dryer. So I love this. And of course, our blow dryer. I use this ion conditioning blow dryer. I love this. It does not get extremely hot. It doesn't burn your scalp like some blow dryers have done in the past. So I absolutely love this blow dryer. I got it from Sally Beauty. So if you guys want to go there and grab this, I love this ion. They're all about protecting your hair and keeping it really, the natural oils and moisture in your hair. So ion blow dryer. And of course, we can't forget our heat protector. So I'm going to show you guys how much I apply and how I use it before and after blow dry. Okay, let's get started. So as I move to the back section, what I do, and I'm sure a lot of these thick long hair girls know, to pull it to the side, and you start at the bottom first, just so you know that you're detangling those ends. It helps really help with breakage. So you gotta, comb it very gently. A lot of times we get frustrated if we get a really bad tangle spot, but I'm here to tell you, the slower you are, the more gentler you are, the less breakage you're gonna have. So it's very important to like take your time and be patient. So when I tell people it takes me almost 3 hours to do my hair from wash till the end of my style, I'm not joking, because I take my time, okay? We want thick, healthy hair. That's what's more important. Not so much as length. Some people love to say, oh, my hair is long, but we want healthy hair, right? Healthy, healthy, healthy. So you see how easy it is to like detangle? So I love that. It makes it like really soft and smooth on your curls. So it's really important that, you take your time to comb through. See how it just comes right through? So yeah, let that sit for a second, and then I go to the next section. So a lot of people ask me, how much of the heat protectant do I use? So I take about, because I apply for each section, I take about what will be considered, can you guys see that? Like a little bit above the tip for each section. So just make sure you get it down to about right there, just so it's like at the curved part. That's a lot of air bubbles in there, but about right there for each little section that you do, because it's so lightweight, so you don't need a lot. So I take that, I drop it there, and then I take this and then I rub it around, and then I just take it through like this. So it's actually sealing in the moisture in your hair, seals in all those great elements from your conditioner, so it helps protect it when you're getting ready to blow dry. So yes, I do apply that before I comb, because guess what? It makes it actually easier for you to detangle. It's like a little conditioning detangler. So I love that. So you see how easy it's allowing me to comb through this. Now my hair was in a ponytail at first because I worked out earlier today. So I needed to, wash it. So working out, we know we have to make sure we keep our hair clean as well. So yeah, comb it very gently. Start from the bottom and go up. See how easy it was for me to detangle that section? So it actually helps with the detangling portion of your hair as well. Okay, so as we move to this next section, you know, I'm taking a nice side sections just to make sure that I am not trying to detangle too much at one time. So it's very important that you take your time when you're trying to separate your hair for your sections. So I go all the way around to like over here. And then I still, see, very gently separate because you don't want to pull it too hard. Take those two clips, twist it around, clip it up. Really good. Okay, I think that one's secure. I don't think we need to. And then we're ready for the next layer. Okay, so this section is a little bit thicker and wider than the other one. So of course, we're probably gonna use double that amount, which is about that much in a dropper. So you just take that and you rub it around in the palm of your hands because you don't want a big glob of oil just sitting in one spot on your hair. So it's very important that you take it and massage it all the way through from the root to the ends. That's really important. You want to seal those ends, girls, because it's the oldest part of your hair. And it's very important because that's usually the part that has the most heat from blow drying, stress on your hair. So it's very important that you really, really take the heat protectant from the root to the ends. It's really important. It seals in that moisture. Okay, so now we're ready to detangle this section. You start from the bottom. You're very gently, notice how I'm holding it on the right above the sections where you feel a little bit of tension from trying to detangle. So it's very important. And then I twist it around a little bit just so I make sure that I'm detangling every single part of that section. So see how easy it is now to like comb through? Yes, yes, that's very important, right? So you just gently comb through this section, working your way all the way up to the base. Once you know that it's detangled enough, you could just comb through at the base and just bring it all the way down like that. Okay, so we're working our way around to the back, same thing. You want to pull it to the side and be very gentle. We're trying to detangle, so it's very important that you hold that hair so it does not have all of the tension and allowing it to have a lot of breakage. Now, I want everybody to know that it is natural for your hair to shed. That is just natural. So if you see little hair coming out in the comb, that's natural. The main thing is you don't want to see breakage. You know, it's natural for your hair to shed. See that little bit here? So that's natural. So for anybody that's like, oh, my hair is coming out. No, it's not coming out. It's natural for the human body to shed hair, okay? From a human being, so don't freak out. As long as it's not globs and globs of hair, you're okay, trust me. We're supposed to shed, I think, 100 to 200 strands of hair, so it's normal. It's okay, guys, it's okay. And I know sometimes it's really hard for us to detangle the back, so I'm gonna turn around so you guys can see how I detangle the back. Comb from the bottom. Work your way up, hold it. Keep going until you get to it for it to be detangled. And then you can start at the base and then just comb it through. Sometimes I do take it to the side just because I know that a little of it is still tangled a little bit. But see, once you get it good, the comb just slides right through it. Okay, now we're finishing up this section. And look at that. Nice detangle. And see how it's air drying really good? That's why I love that heat protectant. It doesn't weigh your hair down. See how it's still moving? And we didn't even use a lot. So that's what's good. You don't need a lot. It's perfect. It's lightweight. Your hair still feels very, very moisturized and protected. Okay, so this section at the top is what we call the crown. This section is usually Some people, it has their thickest part of their hair, which is mine. So this section may be a little bit smaller than the rest of them just because it's the thickest part of my hair. So I have to be really, really careful because this may take a little bit longer. And yeah, so by this time I'm sweating. I usually have to take some snack breaks, but I'm gonna keep going so you guys can see this process. So that took only one clip. Hooray! So we can't forget the step to use our heat protectant. See that amount? Nice and nice little droplets. And then we're massaging it in really good from the base to the roots. Making sure we get this heat protectant in there really good. Yeah, it smells so good. Here, smell it, smell it, smell it. Can you smell it? It smells so good, right? Okay, again, you know, be very gentle, combing at the ends first, working your way up. Sometimes I have to separate this one into smaller sections. Like I said, this is the thickest part of my hair, so I may have to separate it. But you see how the comb just goes right through it. Now, like I said, this is the thickest section, so you may have to take a little bit longer, be a little bit more patient with this section. And yeah, so this is a thicker section, but we're getting through it, right? You guys see that? Hey, hey, hey. We're getting through it. Next section. Holding it again so it does not pull a lot of tension from the scalp. Well, that's really important. Starting at those ends again so you can see how it's easier to detangle as you move up to the base. And yes, my arms are tired, but guess what? I gotta keep going. I'm not done yet. Okay, so now we finally made it to the, oh my gosh, y'all, wait a minute. So much hair is getting caught up in the clip. So now we have the front. Like I said, this is a pretty reasonably sized section as well. So I'm gonna use about the same amount as I use for the crown. We wanna make sure we're protecting those strands. So we're going to pull it all the way down, making sure we're getting it all over the nice, beautiful hair, darling. So you get it down really good. Now it's time for us to comb it out. Again, I'm starting at the ends and working my way up so we can get this detangled. Let's get this process going. So yes, I'm still combing, guys. I know it's a process, but we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it. Okay, so now we've detangled everything and combed everything out. You guys will see like the part that's really still wet is a little bit longer and the part that's drying is like shriveling up. So I'm gonna spin around so you guys can see how the back looks when it's completely detangled and combed and the heat protectant has been applied. I get this question a lot too, and the question is how much of my hair actually sheds. And it's this amount, but you guys have to think, I haven't washed my hair in over 2 weeks. I've just been, you know, putting it together. It looks like a lot, but once you get up close, you can see it's not really a lot. It's a couple of strands, and I know I have a lot of hair, so for it to be this amount, this is really good. Look at all the hair I still have on my head. So As you can see, it just looks like a lot because it's big, but it's not. Because see, it can ball up to a little bitty ball. So that's like nothing. Okay, normal. Okay, so in the beginning, remember I told you about this wonderful paddle brush. So before we go into blow dry, make sure you have your paddle brush. You still need these 2 clips. You still need that, and you still need this comb, okay? Told you these are the tools you're gonna need in your blow dryer. So get ready, we're getting ready to start blow drying. I know through this process, the blow dryer is loud, so I'm not gonna talk a lot, but I will show you the steps. And I'll take my time and go through it so you can see how the process for me to blow dry all this hair is, okay? All right, let's go. Okay, so here's the different levels of the blow dryer. That's the lowest, medium, high. We're gonna go on low, but we're gonna put the pressure at high that comes out the blow dryer. So the temperature is on low. The speed at which the air comes out the dryer is on high. So I don't dry it all the way. I just do it enough where it's not feeling like really damp. Because I'm gonna go through it again at the end, and you'll see my technique that I use to like straighten it a little bit more. So I say I try to limit as much heat as I can. Because y'all know these straight naturals, it's a lot of work, right? But you gotta take your time for it to be healthy. So we're back to sectioning it the same way we did before. When we were detangling, like I said, this may take a little bit longer. But you know what? It's worth it, right? We want our hair to be healthy and want it to grow. So let's just take our time and get these sections right so we can dry it and it can be ready for a style. Okay, so now we're at the crown part again. It's the thickest, so I try to do these in smaller sections because if not, y'all, my arms be ready to go on vacation. So I do these in the smaller sections because it takes so long to dry this part. So you see that's a little bit smaller than just the detangling part. So I try to do this part a little bit faster just because if not, my arms are ready to give out. Okay, now we're moving up to the next section. Like I said, I try to separate these really good because it's thicker up here. So I try to separate it really, really good because then it doesn't take as long for me to dry. So, yep, right about right there. All right. Okay, I'm finally at this last section, as you guys can see. So who's ready to blow dry with me? Okay, so it's not until I feel like I've dried everything, like all the hair all over, that I go through it and I turn up the heat, you know, to the higher setting, and then I go through and I blow dry. So this is the only time I try to use it on either a medium or a higher heat. It just depends on what type of style. So if I want a fuller style, I do it like on a medium heat. If I want it straight, then I do it on a higher heat. So this is the only time that I really put like a lot of heat to it with the blow dryer. Okay, so it's not until I feel like I've dried everything, like all the hair all over, that I go through it and I turn up the heat, you know, to the higher setting, and then I go through and I blow dry. So this is the only time I try to use it on either a medium or a higher heat. It just depends on what type of style. So if I want a fuller style, I do it like on a medium heat. If I want it straight, then I do it on a higher heat. So this is the only time that I really put like a lot of heat to it with the blow dryer. Okay, so this is what it looks like once I put some more heat to it and tried to straighten it out. So I'm gonna spin around so you guys can see. Okay, guys, one thing I want to point out is, look at that. Can you see that thickness and then that shine from the heat protectant? It's amazing, right? But look, your hair is not stiff. It can still move, and it feels amazing. It's so silky. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my blow dry routine for this thick hair. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to style it. So you guys stay tuned and subscribe to our channel.